Hi everyone, Nella here, and the reason why Sayaka Miki looks so triumphant is because she's no longer going to be the only Figma in the house. Um, Now, getting to the point of even having one Figma has been a journey over many years. I actually got into anime figures after I got into BGDs, strangely enough. But the lack of mobility and the cost really prevented me from getting any, even any Figmas, which were my favorite. Because, hey, articulation. I did have a few ones from like blind boxes and Geshpon and those sort of things. But I ended up being correct that that I couldn't deal with having just like this still figure. It's not the sort of person I am. I don't like just constantly staring at it. I want to be able to move and manipulate all of the things that I have. So I ended up giving those to a friend, but I never forgot about Figmas. And when I actually first saw Figma in person in Japan, I freaked. My sister actually went like, well, why don't you just get like an Enfold or something? But I don't have the money on me, but I want one. And thanks to my older sister, I do. Sayaka Miki here from Puella Magica was actually a gift from my sister, and she's an awesome gift. But now I want more. So I actually have 3 coming. One is a pre-order through HobbyLink Japan, because the Figma has not been released yet. And the other 2 are secondhand from Mandarake in the Sapporo store. And those have already been paid for and are just going to have to go through shipping now. Which is going to be fun because I've never actually had anything shipped through EMS. Like, not to me. And we haven't gotten any packages through EMS for a couple of years now. So I'm really curious to find out what their brokerage fees are like, considering I have now had 2 dealings with DHL. And I have to say, I really like that EMS has insurance. There is no extra cost. That's really nice. So I may very well end up using them for my Figma there's on pre-order. But let me tell you about the Figma there's on pre-order first. Because I'm going to talk about these 3 that I'm getting. So the one who is on pre-order is Yukari Akiyama from Girls in Panzer, and she comes with, I would say, the usual Figma stuff, but she actually comes with a bit more. She comes with, let's see what it says. She comes with a gentle smiling face, an excited expression, and an embarrassed expression. She comes with a tank shell, gloves, and alternate messed up hair parts, a loader's seat, and a tank battery. And the reason why I'm getting her is because she is a total mini-me. Her character is, she's very shy when meeting people, unless she's with something that she's really passionate about, which in her case is tanks. And the sport of senshado, or which is like, in their world, it's a martial arts practiced exclusively by females. That's like tank warfare, but it's a sport for girls only. It's seen as something really feminine. Anyway, I really like the anime. and her character I find is really funny and relatable. She has her tanks, and I have my history, science, and dolls. Anyway, so she is the one who's on pre-order, and she is going to be a gift from my parents for both birthday and Christmas. And the other two are for an anime that I'm not actually that familiar with. Once I got the confirmation that I was able to order them, then I decided to look up some of the episodes and of them, and I don't really like the series. The two I'm getting are Karen Araragi and Tsukihi Araragi from the anime series Nize Monogatari from which is also in itself kind of like a second season or a sequel to another anime. And the specific one that they're in is full of fan service. And while I was kind of fine with fan service when I was younger, I'm really disliking a lot of fan service now. But I think it's also kind of the type of fan service has changed. Like before, it was just like onsen scenes, beach episodes, and like stuff like that. Whereas now it's like the creepy stuff that makes me uncomfortable, like Syscon and Lolicon everywhere, and like derailing the plot for fan service. I just don't like it, so I don't really like the anime series they're from. But the actual characters themselves are pretty cool, and the figmas of them are also really, really cool. I'm really excited because Karen is going to be my first Figma, and the only one of the Figmas I'm going to have that doesn't have a skirt. Karen actually has shorts on, so I'm really excited about that. And actually, Tsukihi also has an interesting outfit. She's actually wearing a yukata, and I think she's the first Figma to actually be wearing a yukata. So that's also really cool. And when I decided to get Karen, I of course had to get her sister. Lost my train of thought there. I of course had to get her sister, not just because, they're sisters and I'd be able to share parts between them, but because one of the parts that both of them come with are these hand-holding ones that fit best in each other's hand slots, so they can actually be holding like hands next to each other, which I thought was, hey, really cool feature. Plus, Mandarake had them, Mandarake Sapporo had them for a really good price because the box has been opened and the box itself, like the outer box, is damaged. The one that Karen has, the corner is kind of crumpled. The Figma itself is okay. It's just, the packaging is damaged. But I'm not collecting these these figures as collectors. I'm collecting them as, hey, new playthings. Because really they're my easy go-to, fun, play with, low energy sort of dolls. Plus, they make awesome dolls for my minis. So that's a big plus. Okay, that's it for me. And right after this, there's going to be a slideshow of pictures of the Figmas that are coming in. And in the description box below are the links to the Good Smile Company pages for all 4 Figmas that I've mentioned, including this one. So, Bye, everyone.